The following is a presentation of Region 11 Spring Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Region 11 Sports is brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and the Cache Valley Media Group, covering the Skyview Bobcats, Green Canyon Wolves, Logan Grizzlies, Bear River Bears, Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Mountain Crest Mustangs. Now, it's time for Region 11 Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com.
Welcome back to Region 11 Spring Sports, brought to you by CacheValleyDaily.com. I'm Stockton Jukes with you from Logan High School on 102.1 and 610 AM KVNU, the home of the Logan Grizzlies, as they host the Mountain Crest Mustangs in a Region 11 soccer matchup here on a beautiful Tuesday evening in Cache Valley. Thanks for joining us here. Once again, you're listening to Region 11 Soccer on 102.1 FM and 610 AM KVNU, the home of the Logan Grizzlies. Your video experience, if you're streaming along with us on CacheValleyDaily.com or on YouTube, is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. You can expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com as we look out there on the turf here at Logan High. It's going to be a pretty exciting matchup between two teams scrapping right in the middle of those Region 11 standings. Both of them sitting with 2 wins in Region 11. The Logan Grizzlies, however, have played 2 more games in Region than the Mountain Crest Mustangs. They sit 2-3 in Region, while Mountain Crest currently 2-1. They've had quite some time off, about a week and a half since their last matchup, a 4-0 loss at Skyview Thursday, the 27th of March. For the Grizzlies, the last time they were out, it was just a week ago, the Tuesday of spring break. They hosted Skyview and fell to the Bobcats 3-1. They did beat Westfield in overtime the Thursday before spring break. Another overtime win against Bear River to begin their region schedule has those 2 wins for them on the season. Let's go ahead and take a look at our uniform check, brought to you by the Logo Shop. They really can put your logo on just about anything. The visiting Mustangs are going to be in the all-whites shorts and shirts with the navy numbers and the orange and blue highlights. For the home Logan Grizzlies, all black head to toe with the maroon and gold lettering and numbering. Taking a look at our starting goalkeeper matchup, it's going to be Jesus Felix, the junior, in the net for the Logan Grizzlies. Across from him, we're going to be looking at, that's number 0, a senior for Mountain Crest, Dylan Buist. 6'2", 185, the Mustang keeper. Grizzlies going to be moving left to right in this first half of action. Felix defending the goal just in front of his high school. Mountain Crest down to the south end. They'll be defending right to left. Sun just about down behind the press box here at Logan High. No sun on the field, just past 7 o'clock local time. And we are looking at an air temp of about 60 degrees. Same feels like temperature, but expecting about a 7-8 degree drop throughout this game, something to keep an eye on. 40 minutes on the clock here for the first half of action. Looks like Mountain Crest is going to have our opening kickoff. Standing over the ball right now, that's Dimitrikov. Nick, a senior for the Mustangs as well. He'll be heading up that attack for the Mustangs today. Another one to keep an eye on for these Mountain Crest Mustangs. Parker Perry, number 11, the junior forward, leading this Mountain Crest team in goal scoring to this point in the season. Perry's going to be playing that left wing early on. You see him along the football sidelines. Down on the near side of the field again, Mountain Crest going right to left on attack. Logan going left to right. And we are just about set for kickoff, waiting for the opening whistle here at Logan High. A little bit of sun has come out now. It looks like he was just hiding behind the clouds. Some long shadows moving from the near side of the field to the far side. That's west to east. And kickoff has been taken by Mountain Crest. They'll get it going with a quick Hail Mary down that far sideline. It's headed back the way it came by Connor Murray. Scrum for the ball now right around midfield. Pingree back to the back line for Birch. Mason Birch trying to go through the middle, back for Jace Pingree, and he draws the foul. Excellent job just feeling that contact coming in from behind, and he goes down right at the 50. Free kick for Logan in the middle of their own logo. This one taken quickly by Birch. He goes left. Now down that left wing, Connor Murray. Moving through midfield. Left that pass a little short, and it's intercepted by Green. Green, heavy pass down the right wing for Dimitrikov, too heavy, and it will beat him out of play. Throw to Logan, about parallel with their own goal box. That's going to take about a minute off the clock here in Cache Valley. Long throw, trying to get it back towards midfield, off the head of a Mustang. Ball is free for Mountain Crest. Intercepted by Pingree, but it only falls to number 15, Nick Barrientos. Barrientos all the way back. And Buist will pick this one up. Buist far to his right, finds Green again. Heavy touch from Green, trying to find a combination pass to Clark, and he could not link up. Deflected out by the Grizzlies. Quick throw for Mountain Crest. Now a bad touch by the Grizzlies. Gets Dimitrikov in by himself. Can he pick up the speed? No, Mason Birch with a great come-from-behind tackle. And then Dimitrikov's going to get called for holding. A free kick for Logan, just about 10 yards in front of their 18-yard line. 38-15 remaining now in the first half of action. Still scoreless. No real attacking opportunities for either team. Dimitrikov coming up a little bit lame as he limps back towards midfield. Headed back up towards midfield by Hunt off the goal kick. Mountain Crest fighting for that at midfield again. High bounce, touchdown by the Grizzlies, but taken away once again by Green. Good piece of footwork there from Jesse Puey on the far side. Now here we go through the middle. Near side Pingree. He'll pick up the speed and take this on the touchline. Nice move. Gets him past one defender. Now centering this. Return service into the box. He's taken down hard. They will say no foul. Ball still bouncing around inside the 18 for Logan. Now near side kept right on the touchline. Excellent pass to Chikamoto. Now he rips one with the right foot in and out of the chest of Buist. Chikamoto, his own rebound is deflected down, and then the third attempt is finally gobbled up by Buist. Grizzlies have our first shots of the game, and they intercept that feed from Buist right at midfield. Kaysen Adams. Hard pass down the right wing. Sent back his way by a Mustang. He takes it. Was trying to find Chikamoto. He got bodied from behind. The official just gives him a thumbs up. Now 36-50 remaining in the first half. Grizzlies starting to establish a bit more possession time around midfield as they take this on the far side. And a foul is called a little bit soft there, considering what was just let go. Jackson throwing his hands up. It'll be a throw for Logan. No, it'll be a free kick right in front of that Mountain Crest bench. This will come in just about 35, 40 yards from goal. Far side of the field. Long left foot to the top of the box. Bounces once. It's controlled. Sent in towards Miles McNulty. He couldn't get around the defender, and he's tripped up trying to make the turn. All the way back now to Birch. Soft header did not get back to his goaltender. Now hits that off of his shin, and a pass wide goes out. That's a dangerous turnover for the Grizzlies. Throw in for Mountain Crest near side of the field, parallel with the attacking 18. Rolling this up. It's going to be number 19, Case, to take this one. Preston Case drops that at the foot of Nick Dimitrikov, but a heavy touch and a high bounce allows the Grizzlies to clear for what I believe is going to be a corner. First corner of the game goes to Mountain Crest with 35-35 to play in half number one. Near side looks like we're expecting an in-swinger. Again, it's Case. Right to the middle of the box on the 6-yard line. Knocked down a couple times. Follow-up from Dimitrikov off the left foot goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for Felix. Just about 5 minutes down here at Logan High School. Grizzlies with a couple early opportunities. Mountain Crest response now. Both teams have found some meaningful work inside the 18. Long ball across the 50. Chikamoto gives chase. It'll be knocked out of play for a throw by Hunt. Another long throw. Falls at the foot of number 20, Caleb Amperez. Trying to find an avenue. Has to drop that back out. Now Chikamoto looking for the left foot. Tried to stop that ball. It overran him. Taken away. Cleared off by Barrientos, but taken again at midfield by Logan. They are trapping Mountain Crest in that half of the field. On the near side, McNulty. Great stand-up tackle, but McNulty throws his hips back in the way, trying to box out for that ball, then gets a tug on his man. Once again, it's Preston Case for Mountain Crest, bailing him out of a tight spot. Case will take this one from about the 30 on the opposite side of the field. Long left foot, right to left, into the attacking zone for Mountain Crest. Bounces towards the running Dimitrikov. He had to slow his run because he thought he might be offsides. Then finally that thing bounces to Felix. Felix will drop this kick one, or drop kick this one to Pingree at the 50, overshoots him, but the bounce finds Jace, and he'll run it back towards the back line. Taken in now. Down that far side by the Grizzlies, deflected out, and a throw coming in. I believe that's Ezekiel Taylor on the far side. Small numbers on the front of these Logan jerseys, hard to see for now. Taking the throw, that's Alex Lopez. Early substitution. It looks like Dimitrikov still a little bit lame on that left leg, something with the lower body. He's been limping since an early opportunity that just went past him, so he will be subbed out, and in his place, it's number 17, who is not on the roster for Mountain Crest. They don't have one available on Max Preps, and the Deseret one is incomplete, so not sure. Throw in for the Grizzlies down that far side, headed up by Mountain Crest, trying to press that to their front line, intercepted and worked back up the field by Taylor. Scrum for that ball along that far sideline. Pingree gets a foot on it, gets tripped up. Logan still trapping that inside the 50. Finally poked out. Green gets another throw for Logan. 32:52 remaining in the first half. Throw headed off of a Mustang. Right back to midfield for Logan. Can they control? A couple bodies go flying. It was a good effort from Quinn Pingree, and he won the ball back for the Grizzlies. And we've got an off-ball foul, bit of a late shove on the Grizzlies at the top of the attacking 18. We're going right back towards the Mustangs. Things starting to get a little more physical. 7.5 minutes into this one. Didn't take too long. You're listening to Region 11 Soccer from Logan High on 102.1 FM and 610 AM KVNU, brought to you by Old Grist Mill. Have you tried the fantastic breakfast sandwiches served at the South Logan and Smithfield locations? You're going to love it. Bake fresh daily. All the way back now to the Grizzlies after Mountain Crest again fails to control at midfield. That'll roll all the way out for a Grizzly throw. Throw is left for Lopez. Dropping that one in again, hanging onto that left sideline, and then just a bad touch from Amperez gives it back. Long throw from Mountain Crest, trying to create a run on a bounce. Great positioning, though, from Mason Birch again, and allows Felix to come out and catch that uncontested. Drop kick across the 50, turn and a great run. Opportunity for McNulty if he can get around that right corner. Takes a big shove in the box. And the ref waves it off. That was about as full extension as you can get. There was no attempt at the ball. That was a clear penalty that they just let go. 31 minutes left now in Logan, and a couple cries from the crowd there. That probably very well should have been a penalty. It was a full arm extension push on McNulty as he was trying to get around the edge, and no attempt was made at the ball. Throw in for McNulty on the near side. Runs up, tries to get this one into the box. Pingree waiting on the 6. Has to jump to knock it down. Turns, bicycle, goal! Jace Pingree! Oh my word! Unbelievable goal. Number 24, the sophomore Jace Pingree, showing off.
Number 24, Jace Pingree.
Grizzlies take a 1-0 lead 9 minutes and 20 seconds into this game. Your first Grizzly goal brought to you by Les Olson IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? All the office products you need and a great service team. Learn more at lesolson.com. Heavy pressure from Logan once again. McNulty forcing a deep throw for the Mustangs. And there is life now on this side of the field for the Grizzlies. Still some jaws hanging open on the bench for Logan. Run down and shielded by Taylor. Taylor will get this back to Felix. Now takes a touch and boots this down the right wing. Awkward hop. Ends up behind the shoulder of Pingree. And then that pass to midfield. Intercepted. Ends up with Chikamoto. Hail Mary down the middle for Caleb Amperez, and he just could not get through three Mustangs. Sent out for a Grizzly throw. 29:45 remaining in the first half. It's a 1-0 Logan lead thanks to Jace Pingree. It looks like McNulty's going to take this throw again. Near side, about 35 yards from goal. Dropped in right to the middle, no pressure. Taylor just took a bad touch, gives it over to Mountain Crest. Then a bad pass, gives it right back at the 50. Grizzlies doing a great job early in this one of keeping Mountain Crest on the defensive half. Bouncing ball ends up with Chikamoto again, turns on the Jets, trying to find that right foot. Gets back to the left, now has to pass into the box. Deflected right back to him. Still looking for that right foot. Now a long shot towards the far post. Might have been a cross, but no one followed it in. It'll be a goal kick. .11 minutes and some change down. It's a 1-0 Grizzly lead early in this one. Bew is set to boot this off his own goal line. 6-yard line. Lights coming on now here at Logan High. A little bit more cloud cover has brought in some more shade. And that one just run out of play by Mountain Crest. Lost track of the boundary. Ball rolls all the way out to the bleachers. 28 minutes, about 15 seconds remaining now in the first half. Throw in coming from Adams. Chucks that down towards McNulty. Off his head, Pingree making the run down the right wing. At the side of the box, heavy right-footed cross just over the head of Amperez. Collected by the younger Pingree on the far side. Grizzlies walking down that touchline. Great physical defense from Mountain Crest, but it's retained by Logan. Finally, a poke from behind from Green frees that up. Mountain Crest going to try and get across the 50. Poked away, though. Logan's got it back. Excellent switch, and making the run was Jace Pingree, but it's cut out at the last second. Case again. And the clear goes all the way back across midfield for a Logan throw. 27:20 remaining in half number one. And we're going to have our first Logan substitution now. Chikamoto checking out and replacing him. That's number 22, Alexander Tenna, senior midfielder. Looks like they've got him playing on the right wing for now. Much more attacking-minded. Nearly taken down by Taylor, but Mountain Crest finally has a touch across midfield. Now a great run and an opportunity for Case. Bodied off the ball right at the 18, drops it back, long shot off the back of Pingree. And then excellent come from behind defense, stand-up tackle, taking a shove for it, advantage Logan, but now we'll go back to the foul after an interception. And that was a pretty blatant tug down. A little too early for a book, I'd assume, but give it about 30 minutes, that's probably going in. Case and Adams from the near side, turns on the Jets, gets across midfield. Now feeding this one forward. Amperez tried to slow it down, couldn't get there. It's recovered by Pingree on the far side, and then he just didn't agree with the ball as he was trying to make a cut. 26 minutes and a couple seconds remaining in the first half in Logan. Grizzlies in firm control of possession early in this first half, and they have a 1-0 lead to boot. Through the middle, Taylor again. Moving left. Left-footed cross. That bounces off the head of a Mountain Crest Mustang. It was a dangerous intro ball for McNulty. Just didn't make it to him. Now Tenna on the field making a couple really good moves around this near side. Could not find his way into the 18. Drops it back for Adams. Couple good passes there. And they tried to find Tenna, but it's sent back to the 50. Birch cuts to his right, bringing it up towards the attacking zone. Feeds the top of the box. Left for McNulty. McNulty being pushed away from the box. Pingree almost in there to help. And finally booted back to the Mustang bench. Logan throw. Birch now on the ball inside the 50, inside the 45, in fact. Drops it all the way back to the other 45 for Taylor. Grizzlies switch to the near side. Case and Adams. Right foot into a Mustang, and they're going to call a handball there. Arm was just a little bit off the body. 24:50. Clock will continue to run. Adams slides it back just a little bit, and they'll have Birch take this one. Within range to drop it inside the 18. They move him all the way back to the 45. Maybe a little too far now. He'll go for it right at the top of the 18. McNulty was ready, but a great head comes in. That's number 13, Hunt. Foul called against the Grizzlies anyway. Some hand fighting. This ball comes all the way out to the 35. No, they're going to send it back to the top of the 18. 24-10 in the first half. The Grizzlies on their home field leading 1-0 over Mountain Crest. But now a great goal kick takes a bounce. Excellent recovery run from Taylor to keep that away from danger. Now they go back over top. An opportunity for McNulty as he jumps in, parries that one down. Further to his left again, Amperez just could not catch it, and it ends up with Buist. Buist will hurl this one to his right. It's jumped by the Grizzlies, but a heavy bounce gives it back. Still bouncing around. In front of that Mountain Crest bench, they retain possession. Nice chip over the top, trying to connect with Page. Back through the middle now, Pingree. Logan gets it back through midfield. Heavy pass towards McNulty, hit him in the ribs. He couldn't control it. Now back to the 50 again. Taylor, long left foot, trying to switch play to the near side of the 18. It'll be booted out for a Logan throw. Just barely missed the flag. 23 minutes even remaining, and they might actually be bringing this over to the corner. Now the official is pointing towards the throw line. Grizzlies have only allowed one real attack opportunity inside the 18 for Mountain Crest. Haven't given them anything inside of 30 yards from goal since then. Excellent touch from Case and Adams. Left-footed shot towards the crossbar is caught by Buist. Now he's going to try and go quickly down the right wing. Heavy touch from Mountain Crest. They'll have to back up and recover. Mustangs fighting for an avenue down that right side. Burnett just a little bit under hit. The offside flag went up anyway. I believe that's Jesse Bravo wearing the 17. He was the one offside. Down to the 22-minute mark now here at Logan High. Still 1-0 Grizzlies. Jace Pingree, 9 minutes, 40 seconds into this first half. An overhead goal, something that you rarely see in this sport, let alone at this level. Again, Mountain Crest just trying to get across the 50. They're being trapped in their defensive half very well by Logan. And then some heavy pressure and a heavy touch. Almost that runs out of play. Kept in just on that touch line by the Mustangs. Having a really hard time controlling that first touch right now. And that's not allowing them to really break anything. They're just having to recover as the Grizzlies up that pressure. Now Hunt. Give and go. Trying to go down the right wing. Couldn't connect. Pingree. To his younger brother now. Down that left side. Almost a really good idea for Amperez, but he was getting tangled up just a little bit and could not follow that thing through. 20 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Buis takes this to the edge of the 18 and drop kicks it all the way across the 50, hoping for a bounce for Bravo, but Ezekiel Taylor all over it. The Grizzly captain just going to shield this one all the way out for a goal kick. Taylor, number 36, the junior, listed as a forward on this Grizzly roster, but playing center back today and wearing the captain's arm. Now a great run from inside his own 18. That pass to Pingree intercepted and sent back the other way. They say Bravo was onside. His right-footed shot ties us up at 1 with 20 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half.
That goal was scored by number 17, Jesse Bravo.
Yeah, 17 is Jesse Bravo. I assumed correctly, so Bravo's on the score sheet. And it's 1-1. (19 minutes, 57 seconds into the game. Kickoff for Logan. They're going to try and go quickly through midfield. Chikamoto back on the field. Excellent defensive run through the shoulder for Grohl. Mountain Crest cannot control, though. It rolls out for a Logan throw just in front of the corner flag. Halfway through the first half of action, we're tied at 1 thanks to Jesse Bravo. The Mustangs have life after they were really hemmed in that defensive half for the first 19 minutes of this game. Quick throw in for Chikamoto, trying to chip that over the top, and they put the flag up on him. Made that run just a hair too early. And now another Mountain Crest substitution. Bravo's going to head off. He'll be replaced by, it looks like number 20, Tanner Harris. Harris will come up and play point for this Mustang attack. All the way back now to the near side to our right. And it looks like a Grizzly substitution as well. Coming off is Caleb Amperez. He was replaced by number 17, Lionel Chukipoma. Chikamoto absorbs some contact, gets that one back up the field, just could not connect with Tena. Now bouncing in front of Taylor, thought he had a little more time. Excellent off the back of the head to put himself in more space. And then finds Chikamoto along the near side touchline. Really good running there from Chikamoto, just a little heavy on that through ball. Now Taylor under pressure will drop this all the way back for Felix. He sends it way up into the air. A lot of backspin keeps that thing dangerous, though. And then back to Taylor, who puts all of his left foot behind it. It'll bounce once and end up behind the Mountain Crest bench. 18 minutes to play here at Logan High, still tied at 1. Scrum again along that far side. Mountain Crest trying to draw the foul, nothing doing. Now here's Clark running his way out of pressure, trying to switch to the near side for the oncoming Baldwin. It's intercepted by Adams. Back to midfield, off the head of a Mustang. Chikamoto knocks it down. Now he can turn to his left, moving down the far side. Excellent ball down that left wing for Chukipoma, but he could not catch up. And again, Mountain Crest a little too much on it. Oh, Felix chunked that clearance, and it almost went directly onto the foot of Tanner Harris, but he just missed it, and Felix can get back to the line. Circling out of danger, Clark again drops it back for Grohl. Grohl chips it over that Logan defensive line to roll all the way to Felix at the edge of his 18. Felix will slow things down now. Under 17 to play, 16:52 in the first half. Right at Tena on the near side, goes under his foot for a Mountain Crest throw. Just even with the 50-yard line. 16:40 now showing on the first half clock.
Entering the game for the Mustangs, number 11, Parker Perry.
Parker Perry coming back onto the field, replacing Luke Green. Pingree knocks it down, trying to find Tena. Rolls over the foot and back to Mountain Crest. Page drops it all the way back to Buist. Danny Buist surveying his options. He'll go short and right for Hunt. Now up that right wing. Clark gets a lot behind it. Now a really dangerous run for Perry. Perry to the 18. Zeke Taylor right behind him to knock it away, but Mountain Crest still threatening. Low shot scooped up by Felix. We stay tied at 1. Excellent defense from Ezekiel Taylor. Tana under pressure. Great take and turn from Baldwin. He just could not avoid the touchline. It'll be a throw in for Kaysen Adams. Adams going towards midfield for Chikamoto. Takes a bump as he retains it. Gets it back to Adams. Tena down the near side. Cuts back towards midfield. Slows it down. Then off the outside of that right foot was trying to switch it all the way across for Chukipoma. Taken back now by Pingree. And then immediately taken off his foot. Offside when that pass was played was number 24, Mountain Crest, Tanner Harris. He has to let that roll all the way to Felix. 15 to play in the first half. Birch, long right foot, trying to connect with Chikamoto. Sent back to midfield. Perry takes a body, can't get to that thing. Near side. Couple good moves from Popoka. Now moving through for Pingree, can't get there. Back to Popoka. Chikamoto. Trying to send that into the middle off a body of a Mustang and then poked away. It'll be a Mountain Crest throw. Last touch by Tena. 14 minutes and about 5 seconds as Nick Dimitrikov comes back on the field. He looks to be okay. He'll replace Tanner Harris and reassume his position. Looks like he's playing the 10 for Mountain Crest tonight. Over the head of everyone all the way back to Ezekiel Taylor. He'll circle the near side and then shove it over to his left for Birch. Birch further left. They want to go down for Chukipoma. Right to Pingree. Pingree turns on the Jets. He's got a lot of speed. Centering across the 18. Takes a bad bounce. Tana might have it, but then finally taken away. Oh, bad bounce again. Right back to Tana and cleared out for a throw by Page. 13:23 remaining in half number 1. Another Logan throw at the top of that attacking third. Taylor. Left foot, long left-footed shot. That's a, what's that, about a 30, 41-yard field goal up and over the uprights. Less than 13 to play in the first half. Goal kick for Buist. Buist boots that one to the far side. Mountain Crest trying to work down their right wing. Nice overhead flick, but it's read by Pingree and headed out. That was Quinn Pingree. Throw from that far side. Mountain Crest trying to launch it down that right wing. Taken away off the head of Birch and then booted back up the field by Jace Pingree. Tried to intercept that one with the right foot, but it's going to bounce all the way through to Felix. Centering for Birch. A little bit of chirping from the Logan bench there as Nico Dimitrikov lost his shin guard. Zeke Taylor got it back to him. Oh, really good dance moves by Chukipoma. Has to drop that back for Chikamoto. Now trying to find a way in for Tena. He's a little behind that pass, and it's scooped up by Buist. Far side. Nice touch for Dimitrikov. Now he's trying to turn that right corner down the boundary line, centering, but offside was number 11, Parker Perry. Hits the side netting anyway. Felix had himself trapped up along that far post. Mountain Crest could have a sizable lead in this one, just finding the offside flag early on as they try and work their way down that right wing. Definitely trying to build the attack on transition play, but Pingree now working his way all the way through the middle. Heavy run from behind. Great slide to retain possession by Pingree. Now he goes to his left for Chukipoma. Through the legs of one defender, trying to feed Pingree again, but he had to hold his run, and it's scooped up by Buist. 10.5 to play in the first half of action at Logan High. Still tied at 1. Had a goal in the first 10 minutes from Pingree, an overhead bicycle. Now Chikamoto's got an opportunity. Buist way off his line, collides with a teammate, but it's cleared off the 18. Baldwin into the middle. Now here's Clark. Down that right side, Dimitrikov, I think, was offside. He was looking at the side judge who never raised the flag. And it'll be a throw for Mountain Crest. He was off by a step, and Taylor now asking that side judge what the deal is, because Dimitrikov knew he was offsides or else he would have been making that run. 9:45 to play in the first half. Chukipoma will check out, and back into the game is Caleb Amperez, also coming off his Tena. Looks like McNulty back in his place. Taylor watching this run all the way out for a goal kick. Felix will take it. Less than 10 to go in the first half, 9 minutes, 20 seconds to be precise. Felix taking his time getting this one off. He's got two defenders real close to him, and they might have Birch take this. They are. Birch to the near side for Adams as the Mountain Crest pressure moves up the field a bit. Passes a bit wide, but kept in on a great effort from McNulty. Then Pingree through three different Mustangs. Gets it towards the 50, intercepted though by Grohl. Daxton Grohl will drop it back. Now back towards the middle, trying to find Luke Green, and it's taken away by Chikamoto. Great pass overhead for Amperez, who made his run on time. It's knocked off his shin and then cleared out for a Logan throw. No, kept in. Great touch on that far boundary from Clark. Down the wing for Perry. Perry stopped at midfield. An excellent stand-up tackle. Amperez ready to get back in the action, fresh off the bench. Left-footed, down the right wing, finds McNulty. Might have a cross. McNulty off a Mustang, then back through his legs. McNulty trying to follow it up and then shoves down his man. That's going to get whistled 9 out of 10 times. 8 minutes remaining in half number 1. We are still tied at 1 apiece. We have been since almost the exact halfway point of this first half. It was Jace Pingree 9 minutes 40 seconds in with that bicycle kick to make it 1-0 Logan, but then Jesse Bravo 19 minutes 57 seconds into the game tied it up. And then that one, not too subtle from Daxton Grohl. Took Case and Adams all the way down to the ground and held him there for a second. So Zeke Taylor will have a free kick 55 yards out. Dropping it to the top of the 18, headed back the other way by Mountain Crest. And it ends up with Adams once again. Chikamoto, excellent turn down that right wing. Long bouncing cross, Buist off his line, goes over top of him, but then cleared off behind him. I think that was Zamaripa, but I can't, again, see that number from all the way over there. No, excuse me, it's number 39, Pulsifer. Throw for Logan right in front of that Mountain Crest bench again. Going towards the 18, Chikamoto on the far side. Gets the turn around that left corner. Goal line cross, deflects out. Follow-up shot from Amperez is deflected all the way out, about 25 yards from goal. And then a shoulder check on Pingree is whistled. And Pingree's going to get carded for throwing the ball away. That's the softest foul and card we've seen yet in this one. And remember, they let Mountain Crest get away with a penalty a clear shove penalty down in the box to our right. So the Grizzlies fans pretty justified in their frustration right now. Pingree is going to come off the field after getting that yellow card. In the UHSAA, you are required to come off the field. Now, Zeke Taylor's asking for some clarification. He understands the yellow card for the time wasting, but I think the frustration is really in the foul that, that's hard contact, but that's what the Mustangs have been doing all game if you're, looking from Logan's perspective. It seems to be what a lot of the frustration is there from Pingree as well. And talking to his coaching staff, they don't seem too mad at him. McNulty off a heavy touch from the Mustangs. And then another really soft foul call against McNulty. Excellent salesman job from Page. Free kick for Mountain Crest. Summer sales season's right around the corner. Clark through midfield. Over the middle, that's clearly offside. 2 Mustangs on the wrong side of the flag, and Perry bumping into Felix. A little bit frustrated. Birch will take this free kick. 5 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first half. We're still tied at 1 apiece. Adams through the middle. High touch from Chikamoto, but gets back to it. Finds McNulty down the right wing. Awkward spin off the left foot of McNulty. Now a soft touch. Buist comes off his line to clear that out for a throw and bails Tanner Baldwin out of danger. Left-footed cross. Amperez almost couldn't get through 2 Mustangs. Still bouncing around. Pingree, left foot bouncer, caught by Buist. Under 5 to play in half number 1. Long drop kick. Nico Dimitrikov onside, making the run off the head, but it takes a unfriendly bounce. He gets it back, though, on the second touch. Left-footed shot just wide. Had Felix beat, but could not get it inside that near post. It stays 1-1 with 4.5 to play in the first.
Entering the game for the Mustangs, number 17, Jesse Bravo, and number 19.
Bravo's going to check back in up front for Mountain Crest as Dimitrikov will take the last 4 minutes, 15 seconds off of this first half. Back of the head for McNulty, went straight up in the air, and then a bad touch from Mountain Crest gives him a dangerous throw about 40 yards from goal on the near side. 4 minutes remaining in half number 1. Grizzlies drop it back for Adams. Chested down. Combination play for McNulty, leads this one to the right wing for Pingree. Now trying to cut back across the 18, gets through 2, left-footed shot right into the chest of Buist. 3:40 to play in the first half. Buist throws it to his left. Good body positioning from Baldwin. And then Baldwin takes a big shoulder check, but they let it go that time. Kaysen Adams with the throw. Over the head for Chikamoto. Excellent touch to continue the run down to the goal line. He's shoved, and that's going to be, it should be a penalty. Unquestionably, that should be a penalty. Chikamoto just got leveled inside the box, and they're going to call it a corner. That's 2 in the first half. And he's asking the officials now. There's 2 of them talking on that near side. The flag went up from the side judge. I think he thought that was a pen, but the head official did not. They'll stop the clock at 2:55. And they're just slowly walking this thing towards the penalty spot. Grizzlies going to try and do some convincing by simply being in the right spot. But for the second time today, Grizzly has been leveled inside the 18, and they've let it go. Now here's the call. They're going to call it a corner. That's terrible. Twice in the first half. That's terrible. And the Logan coaching staff begging for an explanation. Adams taking the explanation as well. No one's moving yet. Everyone on Logan's side of the field needs an explanation for this one. kind of hit we saw in lacrosse last night at Ridgeline. That's not for soccer. Yeah, clear frustration from Logan's coaching staff. It is going to be a corner. That's a terrible call. We'll move on. 2:55 to play in the first half. Grizzlies should be at the spot right now to make this 2-1. Short corner as Adams charges the top of the box. Now they feed it in. Back heel from Pingree, followed up by the left foot, deflected out for a Logan throw. 2:45 to play in the first. Lots of frustration still coming out of the stands for the Logan fans and parents, and there's really no way to justify that being a corner. Throw into the middle, header down, punch saved by Buist as he laid out to his right. It'll be a corner now from the far side by the Grizzlies with 2:22 to play in the first. Still tied at 1 apiece. Outswinger coming this time. Left foot across the crossbar to the far side. Pingree heads it back down. Taylor follows it up, and Buist was right there. Great vision by Pingree to head it across for his captain. And the clearance is knocked down by Chikamoto. Turns on the Jets, gets around the left corner. Definitely feeling some frustration about being denied a penalty. Then he shoots directly into the chest of Buist, who falls down and make that save. 1:45 to play in the first half. And there's definitely a lot of motivation for one side right now. Everyone wearing black and gold and maroon feels like this game should be 2-1. I'm not wearing gold or maroon, but I do think it should be 2-1. Chikamoto knocked it down at the touchline, just ran out of space. Another throw for Mountain Crest. 1:15 remaining in the first half. They go far down that right wing. Looked like the intended target was Jesse Bravo, but never made its way back in. It'll be a Grizzly throw from the spot of the original throw. Dropped in for Amperez. Takes some shoves. That ball goes out. It'll be a Mountain Crest throw now. 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Long overhead ball. Knocked out by the Grizzlies, but it never came back across the touchline, so it will be Logan's throw. No, they're going to say that took a deflection off of Jesse Bravo. Throw into Taylor. Switches to the near side for Adams. Chips it over the top. 25 seconds remaining in the half. Knocked down by Grohl. Now a nice low punch pass is onside for Mountain Crest at the far side of the box. 18 seconds remaining, and now the flag goes up 5 seconds after that pass is taken in. He took 3 whole touches. Countdown comes down. Logan's not going to have enough time to make a meaningful counterattack. And we're going to go to the half all tied up, but the real story of this one so far is the Grizzlies have been denied 2 clear penalties, and it very well should be 3-1 Logan. But for whatever reason, 2 body checks inside the 18 have not been called as penalties. Halftime now here at Logan High. You're listening to Region 11 Soccer on 102.1 KVNU 610 AM and streaming on CashValleyDaily.com. Your coverage of Region 11 sports brought to you by Preston Watch Collision and Glass, DD Auto and Salvage, and Planet Fitness. Get energy without the punishment. Join the judgment-free zone for just $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all. Time for our Young Toyota and Young Honda halftime break. We will take about a 10-minute breather here from Logan High. When we come back, a tied match between the Grizzlies and Mustangs is sure to provide 40 more minutes of excitement. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us here on KVNU 102.1 and 610 AM. It's Region 11 Soccer on a beautiful Tuesday night in Cache Valley.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to GreatBasinGraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Plan ahead.
Joan and Josh Rudd of Rudd Funeral Home will pay attention to the details to make your service a great one. Online at ruddfuneralhome.com.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to GreatBasinGraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
I got a new world in my view. Lord, my journey I pursue. I said I'm running for the city. I got the new world in my view. I got the new world.
Welcome back into Logan High School, just past 7:55, nearing 8 o'clock local time here, and we are just about set for half number one of action between the Logan Grizzlies and Mountain Crest Mustangs. We remain tied through 40 minutes, much to the chagrin of several Grizzly fans and the coaching staff. Natalie Norris, the head coach for the Logan Grizzlies, not thrilled with the explanation she's been given about the two non-called penalties in that first half. And you want to talk about ball knowers? Well, how about Utah State Hall of Famer and back-to-back WAC regular season and tournament title winner Nat Norris? Coach Norris knows ball, and if she's not loving the explanation, then I'm going to go with her. Just about 10 seconds left before we hit the field for the second half of action. Grizzlies will be going right to left, south to north, up towards their own school here in the second half. Buist will be defending that goal to our left, while Jesus Felix will be defending to our right as the Mustangs attack left to right in half number two. 40 minutes on the clock. The Grizzlies have the opening kickoff for this second half. This is Region 11 Soccer on 102.1 FM and 610 AM KVNU. Video streaming on CacheValleyDaily.com and YouTube, powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. A big thank you, as always, to Cache Valley Daily. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries and replays of local sports like tonight's match. Stockton Jukes here with you for the second half, and we are underway with the kick. Long left-footed boot. Takes a bounce from McNulty. Big right foot swinging in there from the Mustangs. Bouncing again at the end line and goes out for a Logan corner. Good presence of mind by Pulsifer. Just to get a foot there, but it's still danger from Logan. Just 20 seconds off the clock now in the second half. Near side corner. It looks like it's going to be an outswinger from the left-footed Giovanni Popoca. All the way across Buist. He could not get a fist to it as he went to the air, but it's picked up by Ezekiel Taylor on the far side. He crosses it back in towards Pingree, and Buist lays out to grab that out of the air. 45 seconds off the clock. And a drop kick from Buist. To the near side, takes a bounce in front of Dimitrikov and runs out of space. Throw in for Logan at the 50. Dropping it down that left wing off the chest of McNulty. Couldn't control. Back to Mountain Crest. Throw from right in front of the Grizzly bench. Pulsifer launches that one overhead, looking for Dimitrikov. Takes a bounce off the back of Birch's head. Then Taylor just has to clear that off the line for a throw. It was him and then Felix. That was it. 38-38 remaining now in the second half. Throw in for Pulsifer. Just about inside that 18-yard line on the near side of the field. Launches in towards the middle of the box over his intended target. It looked like that was Luke Green making the run. Bouncing ball cleared out off the right foot of Taylor. Chikamoto gets a touch to it. It ends up back with Barrientos, but then he's dispossessed, and now Logan will try and break down the left wing with McNulty. Runs alongside it at the touchline, keeps it in play. Heavy touch back towards the center of the 18, and then some contact there as Pulsifer just ran into him while he was cutting back towards the ball. Pulsifer gets it back, though, to Buist, and he will clear this off with a drop kick. Some kung fu at the 50 on the far side from Kaysen Adams knocks it out. It'll be a throw for Mountain Crest. About 2.5 minutes down now in the second half. Oh, awkward skip there for the Logan defense. Dimitrikov's left-footed cross is too heavy. Luke Green couldn't get there. Then sent back in towards Green. The flag stays down. Felix comes off his line to make that. Back the other way from Felix. He's going to try and stay on this near side. Logan liking the left lane of attack today. Buist rolls all the way to his feet. He'll pick it up and drop kick it back. We're having a goalie war right now. Birch knocks it down. Trying to chip over the top for Chikamoto. A little short. Pingree with the joust at midfield. Got both his arms extended and shoved down his mark. Free kick for Mountain Crest. It looks like this one will be taken by Daxton Grohl. Inside the Logan logo, just shy of the 50-yard line. About 64, 63 yards from goal. Headed back off the 18 by Taylor. McNulty, one touch from Pingree is a little too heavy. All the way back to collect. Hunt gets it back up the right wing. Played further by Clark. Now up the middle, the flag does go up. Grizzlies were there first anyway. Now about 4 minutes have been played in the second half. We remain tied at 1. Grizzlies have been into the 18 already in this half. They're looking to get back again, but it's Pulsifer who keeps that away from McNulty for now, all the way back out. Amperez's pass is intercepted. Couple good touches through the middle for Perry. Tried to lay it off down the left side for Nico Dimitrikov, and he was 3 steps offsides. He'll let it roll all the way, and Logan will keep it in on the far side touchline. And Dimitrikov overruns the pressure. Back up to midfield, and Amperez is nailed at the 50. They'll give this a free kick on the far side of the field to Logan. Back through the middle, Chikamoto. Cuts right. Trying to chip that over the top for McNulty. Gets the head on it and flicks it into the goal. Had Buist moving the wrong way, and McNulty got him with the fake. Excellent aerial work. And Logan has the lead thanks to Miles McNulty. It only took him 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Just what the Grizzlies ordered coming out of halftime. And McNulty has his second on the season. Another Logan Grizzlies goal brought to you by Les Olson IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? All the office products you need and a great service team. Learn more at lesolson.com. Booted to the back line of the Grizzlies, taken in by Zeke Taylor. Chopped back towards Birch, and then he'll drop it for Felix. Now Taylor dropping back to the right of Felix, takes this one in and clears it to the 50. Headed back by the Mustangs. Controlled by Perry on that far side. Centering for Barrientos, his pass intercepted. Pingree under pressure. Now Taylor under pressure again, just boots that off of Dimitrikov for a goal kick. Good awareness there by Taylor. Zeke Taylor's been playing a great defensive game for Logan today. A large reason why they've managed to take the lead here in the second half. A large reason why this has stayed tied at 1 through the first. Shouldered down by Pulsifer. Chikamoto gets the space off of a Mustang. Back to the younger Pingree, now all the way back for Birch. Chikamoto drops it off to his left. Really good touch. Now Popoka has to drop it again for Birch. Birch down the left wing. Taken in by Jace Pingree. And he takes a shove at the 45. Free kick. Here's Pingree now down the left wing. Leaves this one on the run for Connor Murray. Murray, left-footed cross just over the head of Chikamoto. Couldn't lower that forehead down and get contact with the ball. Now cleared back out to Dimitrikov. Nico Dimitrikov trying to get that through the legs of Kaysen Adams, but it's knocked away. 7 minutes have been played in the second half. Again, they'll go down the left wing for Connor Murray. He catches up to it at the end line, crossing that into the chest of Danny Buist. Throw to the far side. Perry turning to his left. Followed closely by Kaysen Adams. Excellent stand-up tackle and takeaway. Chikamoto chipping over that far side for Amperez. He stays on side. Amperez from the far side of the box. Off a Mustang. Corner kick. Logan. 32-35 remaining in the second half. It's 2-1 Grizzlies thanks to Miles McNulty's go-ahead goal 4 minutes 55 seconds into the second half. In-swinger coming now from the far side. It's low into Taylor. Tried to flick that back onto the far post. Knocked away at the 6. Perry trying to run it down at the touchline on the far side of the field. They're going to give that throw to Mountain Crest. It looks like it was last touched by Perry, but not so. Leaving this throw, I believe, for Case. Case playing left back for the Mustangs tonight. In for Barrientos, and he's immediately dispossessed by Pingree, then trips him up trying to get back to the ball. Pingree winning another foul, and then chipping that ball away from Pingree, who got carded for time wasting earlier, and they're not going to give it back. 8.5 down in the second half. Tugged down in the box, trying to get to that ball. Maybe a little bit of a sell, no whistle. Not enough there to convince the officials, but what can tonight? Pingree back to the 6. McNulty let it go. It's cleared out for a throw. McNulty is going to come in and take this throw, giving himself enough space to run it in. Launching towards the top of the 6. Taylor's jump just a little too early. Now Pingree wraps his right foot around it, but could not pull it back to the far post. It'll be a goal kick for Buist. 9 minutes have been played in the second half. Still 2-1 Logan. Heavy touch by Mountain Crest off of a shoulder. Taken back by Amperez, finds Chikamoto. Chikamoto further left. Opportunity for Popoka. Cuts back to his right foot. Didn't get the shot off in time. Now Chikamoto across for Pingree, knocked out of the box. But it'll be recovered by Quinn Pingree. Adams right back to Jace Pingree. Dropped it back for Adams. Now Chikamoto's right foot cross, headed back to him. Back to it on the far side of the box. Makes a move, cuts down the right side. It's deflected out for another Grizzly corner. 10 minutes down in the second half, 30 minutes remaining in this match. Looks like this is going to be coming in from the far side again. An in-swinger off the left foot of Popoka. Crashing is, McNulty just pushed it wide of the near post. He was left alone inside the 6 and could not get that back on frame. 29-29 to play. Buist. Taking his time getting this one away. Now he gets his foot to it. Chopped all the way to the 50, but intercepted by Birch. Now McNulty down the left wing, leaves that for Popoka. Turns on the Jets, trying to get around that left corner. Excellent body work from Pulsifer to keep him away from it, but Pulsifer turns it back over. Heavy touch gives it right back. Pingree, another turnover from Pulsifer. Up top, Chikamoto under pressure. Finds Popoka again. Now gets it back. Great run from Chikamoto. Cross from the near side. Right off of the foot of a Mustang and nearly an own goal, but it'll be a corner. Cooper Hunt thanking his lucky stars right now. That was almost a disaster. Outswinger, this time Popoka left-footed from the near side. Low cross off the left foot. And McNulty almost had a brace again, but it went right into the chest of Buist. His clearance knocked right back into danger. Heavy bounce for Popoka, trying to head it in for McNulty off of a Mustang throw in for Logan. They've got all the control right now. 28 minutes left in this match. McNulty again going to try and run this one up to the throw line. Crashing to the 6 now. McNulty backs out. Dropping it right over the top. Almost fell perfectly for Birch. Cleared out for a throw on the far side by Hunt. 27:30 remaining. 2-1 Logan. Your goals from Jace Pingree, Jesse Bravo, and Miles McNulty. In that order. Long trip to go get that ball, but Adams is back on the far touchline with it. Trying to go over the top for Chikamoto, overthrew him as Chikamoto tried to cut back between the defenders. Now Pingree gets possession off a bouncing ball. Sent in towards McNulty. Couple heavy touches, he can't keep it on his foot. Back to the 40, knocked down by a Grizzly, taken back in. Maw. Give and go, but a little too heavy on the go. It'll be a Logan throw. Now back towards the back line for the Grizzlies, who haven't had a whole lot to do recently. Taylor across his own 18 for Birch. Birch up the field. Hard pass through the middle. Popoka trying to send it to that right wing. Great work by Amperez just to get there, but it's knocked down and sent back to the 50. Adams looking for McNulty, a little short. Then Pingree runs in to jump on that clearance. Heavy touch gives it back. Quinn Pingree rifling it forward. Amperez was offside, now trying to chip it over the top for Amperez, who couldn't get the run back and going again. Under 26 to play at Logan High. 2-1 Grizzlies. Both these teams, again, 2 wins in region. Grizzlies looking for their 3rd win overall on the season. Mountain Crest looking for their 4th to move to 500. Down the far side, a couple of really good touches to keep it in play, and then finally running out of space was Ethan Webster. This will be a throw about parallel with the defensive 18 for Logan. Maybe a little short. Dropped in for Amperez. Settles it. Now just trying to work with his body down the touchline. Squeezes through 3 Mustangs. But finally it's taken. And they will give that foul to Amperez after he got tugged one too many times. Under 25 to play. Zeke Taylor from the back line. Moves up the near side hash marks. Now trying to go down that left wing. Great jump up and cut out from Pulsifer. Now McNulty. Heavy touch. Excellent body positioning from Hunt. And Cooper Hunt clears that out for a throw. And they're going to say this is going to be a throw in for Mountain Crest now. I have no idea why. And last touch there by Taylor after he was under pressure from Jesse Bravo. There's just some general confusion and maybe a little more frustration from this Logan crowd. Oh, great throw over the top for Webster if he can get there. But an even better recovery run from Birch, using his body to shield and create a goal kick for Felix. Under 24 to play. Still 2-1 Logan. Felix with a goal kick now down to our right. Hard pass up the middle, and a great couple touches for Jace Pingree. Now he's into the attacking third. He's got options to both sides. Cuts to his left now, trying to get through the middle. Gets taken down at the 15. And the official just points at it and moves. Coach Norris is just kind of chuckling to herself here on the Logan bench. There's been a lot of those questionable no calls tonight. Chikamoto, excellent back heel, really good idea. But I don't think Connor Murray knew he was thinking about it. And then a foul called on Ezekiel Taylor for what just happened to Pingree. You can't make this up. Unbelievable. I'm actually shocked at what I've been seeing. It one of the most uneven officiating jobs I've seen in years. All the way to Felix. He keeps his feet inside the 18 and dives on that thing. Almost spilled it out. Now 22:40 remaining in the second half. Oh, beautiful touch from Chikamoto at midfield, but he is kept just enough off the ball by Page. Back to Page now on the left wing, trying to move across midfield. Return from Webster. It was too soft, taken back by Logan, and then Chikamoto got bodied by Webster out of frustration. Finally a whistle there for Logan. 22:14 remaining in the second half. Short kick for Chikamoto, gives it back to Birch down that right wing. Birch trying to turn on the Jets. Run from behind gave him trouble. Was Baldwin centering just a little bit behind McNulty. Ball bounces back to Taylor at the 50. Knocks it down for Birch. Heavy touch. And now here go the Mustangs. Way offside there. And it will be called. Jesse Bravo was a step early. Mustangs have had a really hard time timing up those runs, getting the passes off in time. Now it looks like they're ready to make a pair of substitutions. Landon Green and Parker Perry waiting in the wings for the Mustangs for the next dead ball. Long over the top for Popoka. Just gets past him, but he does recover on the near side touchline. Even with the 18-yard box crossing off the end line, but it's knocked down by a Mustang. Great touch by Taylor. Turns over the head. Just missed Quinn Pingree with a little too much weight on it. Then Pingree works his body back in front of that one and wins it at midfield. Chikamoto. Great control. Now trying to switch play. Amperez Knocks it down. Did it go off a Mustang or off of a Grizzly? It will be Mountain Crest throw.
Entering the game for the Mountain Crest Mustangs, number 7, Landon Green, and number 11, Parker.
Landon Green and Parker Perry now joining the play, heading off. It looks like that's going to be Ethan Webster and number 8, Merrick Maw. And checking out for the Grizzlies, that is number 20, Caleb Amperez, who's been doing a lot of really good work down that right wing. He's been replaced by number 22, Alexander Tenna. 20 minutes remaining in this match. We're halfway through the second half. 2-1 Logan. They're doing a really excellent job again of keeping Mountain Crest in that defensive half. Couple good bounces there for Tana, and he just could not keep it with him. Great stand-up tackle from Daxton Grohl. Then coming from behind to win that thing through the legs of Popoka. Pass into the middle for Green. Green down the left side, a little heavy, but catchable for Baldwin. Instead, Birch sandwiches his way in there and wins it back for the Grizzlies. Felix off his line to boot that thing back to the 50. Shikamoto trying to use his body to turn that thing, and he does. Through the middle of the field, Shikamoto looks left. McNulty is in. McNulty, left foot, brace! The flag is up on the far side. He was onside. That is a, oh my, oh my.
No goal.
Miles McNulty was just robbed of a brace. So many times tonight, something like that has happened. Oh my goodness. That's a shame. Miles McNulty should have a brace right now. It should be 3-1 Logan. It really should be 5-1 Logan if we want to go back to the first half, but oh my, I'm at a loss for words. And I just went back to watch it. He was onside pretty clearly by about a step or two. Wow. 18 minutes left to play. The Grizzlies have only about half of the goals that they should logically have in this game. They'll have a throw now about 40 yards from goal on the far side of the field. Grizzlies really slowing the pace of play down now. Had to trot off to get that ball, but it's going to be Kaysen Adams on the far side to take this throw. He's going to go right towards the top of the 18. Good run from Pingree. It bounces in front of him. Gets it back in for McNulty. McNulty's overhead kick goes off the head of Pulsifer. It'll be a Logan corner. Great effort from McNulty there just to get a foot to it. Pulsifer paid the price for it, took that one to the head. They're going to stop the clock, and I think they're going to make Pulsifer get checked out. Yes, they are going to make him sub out because he was shaking that head and looking a little dazed at the top of the 8. He probably could have gotten away with it if he didn't do that. But sometimes you can't help it. He does look a little bit shaken up, and better safe than sorry. So Pulsifer will head off. And in his place, looks like number 6. Tanner Baldwin, the player who shall not be named here at Logan High. I have a feeling they have an incomplete roster too. Oh, great head from McNulty. Almost squeaks its way in at the near post, but it bounces hard enough for Buis to get it. And his throw goes off the back of a foot of a Mustang. I don't think Clark ever saw it coming. Throw into Quinn Pingree. Worked away from him, but last touch by Mountain Crest. This time McNulty knocked it down. Squeezes that through to Popoka. Left side for the oncoming Kaysen Adams. Taken off his feet after a heavy touch. Sent back up the wing. Kept in by the Grizzlies. Trying to force it right back to the top of the 18. Chikamoto, great turn, keeping possession. Long shot, maybe was trying to work McNulty in towards the far post there, but did not give chase. 16:26 remaining in this one, 2-1 Logan. Mountain Crest, left wing. Tana trying to catch up to him, causes some pause and a drop back to the 50. Then that thing goes out of play. It'll be Mountain Crest after some pressure from the Grizzlies. And substitutions now on the dead ball. Oh, it's a free kick. They called a foul against Logan. Okay. 15:45 remaining in this one. No substitutions being made yet. Right to the top of the 18. Birch gets a foot to it and sends it back out. Chikamoto there first. Forward for McNulty. McNulty using his strength to get back to that one. Finds Chikamoto on the run. Now Chikamoto trying to move to his right under heavy pressure. Cuts back towards the middle. Stops on a dime. And then he's pushed off the ball on a full extension. Advantage played Logan. Couple good moves there from Adams. Keeps the ball, drops it back. Chikamoto moving left. Now here's Birch. 15 minutes to go here at Logan High. Birch rockets one in low, scooped up by Buist. Slings it off to his left. Kaysen Adams jumps into the lane and cuts it out for a throw. Now Nico Dimitrikov coming back in, and Mason Pulsifer checked out and is cleared to come back on after that ball to the head. Heavy touch from Mountain Crest gives it back. Tana on that far side. Still running with it. Now back to Adams. Some pushing and shoving going on, but Pingree through two Mustangs get that back. Great touch from Popoka, but could not finish the run. Now again, left wing for Mountain Crest. Poked away. Chikamoto, it'll be a Mustang throw. 14 minutes to play here in Logan. Still 2-1 Grizzlies. Standing in the way, Tana wins it back. Now chopped back towards McNulty. He may have been a step offsides when that was hit, but the flag stays down. Cleared out. Logan throw. About 30 yards, 35 yards from goal. Adams runs over to get that one. 13.5 minutes remaining here in Logan. You're listening to Region 11 Soccer on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, brought to you by State Farm agent Lana Powell. Does your high school student get good grades or have a good driving record? You could save money on their auto insurance. Call 435-752-7639. Pingree back on it, moves to his left for Connor Murray. Murray chipping it over the top, trying to get back to Pingree. Couldn't find him. Bounces out for Adams. Low cross, McNulty skips over the head. Jace Pingree has it, couldn't touch it back in towards goal, but drops it again for Popoka. Strong left-footed shot, almost spilled by Buist, and McNulty was right there, but Danny falls on it. Drop kick over the 50. Dimitrikov trying to make the run and let it bounce. Gets a friendly bounce. Now it's rolling fast towards the end line, and Dimitrikov could not get there. It really picked up the pace with a little help from the wind blowing north to south across the field. 12.5 to go. Grizzlies hanging on to that 2-1 lead. Far side. Adams trying to play it forward. Couldn't get there. Now Chikamoto. To his left for Popoka. Was looking for the return service. Couldn't get it off. Great tackle from behind by Clark. Now here's Green. Landon Green to his left. Chipped over the top. Two Mustangs offsides. The flag should come up, but Felix is the first one there. All the way out of his 18. The flag should have still come up. There's a lot of questionable things going on tonight, to put it lightly. And then whistles as that is out over the touchline by Logan. 11 minutes, 34 seconds remaining here at Logan High. 2-1 Grizzlies. They're trying to hang on to that lead late in this one. Mustangs far side all the way back to the 50. Taken away on a heavy touch. Through the middle. Great pass forward from Chikamoto. Finds Pingree on the run in lots of space on the near side. Cuts to the left foot, gets around one. Left-footed shot, scores! Pingree with the brace. 3-1 Logan with 11 minutes to play, and that might do it. Pingree the one with the brace. And the crowd erupts.
That goal was scored by number 24, Jay.
68 minutes, 54 seconds into the match. Pingree has his second. Strong left-footed skimmer across the turf and sneaking it in with some help from the far post. With the kind of pressure that the Grizzlies have been providing all second half, especially with the limited amount of touches the Mustangs have had across the 50, it's going to be a tough task for Mountain Crest to pull this one out on the road. Let's see what they've got with 11 minutes remaining in the match. McNulty pressing hard and high. He wants to join Pingree in the brace club. Buis slices that clearance. Grohl knocks it down, but it hit the wrong side of his boot. And then Grohl trips up Chikamoto trying to get back to the ball after just sticking his leg out. And again, no whistles. The frustration has turned into just disbelief on the Logan side of the field. Very little questions being asked because I don't think the explanation would really matter. Headed out for another Mustang throw on the far side of the field. 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this one. Again, Logan's midfield gets there. Run over was Popoka. Now we've got whistles on Dimitrikov. He'll get carded for that one. A yellow apiece, and Nico's going to have to step off for a couple minutes. 10:03 remaining in this one. In his place, it'll be Jesse Bravo. Final 10 minutes of action here at Logan High, brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. As things heat up here at Logan High and across Cache Valley, we're approaching spring. You can schedule your service call on their website, advancedheating-ac.com, or give them a call at 435-752-7272. Another throw coming for the Grizzlies, about 35 yards from goal. Adams gets a little bit behind it to increase his power off the head of a Mustang and picked out of the air by Danny Buist. 9.5 minutes remaining at Logan High. Drop kick and looking for a bounce, not getting one. Bravo bodied off that thing by Zeke Taylor. Now back to McNulty at midfield. Slides it to his right. Now a nice through ball for Chikamoto. Chikamoto touches himself around the keeper, but the flag is up again, and he was way onside. McNulty beside himself. Another terrible flag from the far side. There's no way he was offside there. Just no way. I'll go back and watch it again, but that's two really bad offside flags against Logan, and it could easily be 6-1 Grizzlies if this game is called the way it should be. Offside flag does go up on Mountain Crest. They had two ahead of the play. Now going back to look at that again. Oh, Chikamoto was 2 steps on sides. He's faster than that back line, and he squeezed his way through after the pass, but that flag should have stayed down again. Oh, it's frustrating. Just over 8 minutes remaining here in the second half. A free kick for the Grizzlies off that offside. Chikamoto fakes left, goes right. Now across the logo into the attacking third. His pass just a little bit short, booted back towards the Logan midfield. Heavy pass, though, to the far side, just barely kept in. Trying to go over the top. Knocked back for Pingree. Taken away right at the 50, and then given back to Birch. Now Chikamoto on a loose ball. Over the top, down the right wing. Tana giving chase. Kept in just barely on that far touchline. Chikamoto stepping up. Couldn't corral it. Both Pingrees on the ball now on the far side. Quinn gets a foot in there, stays inside the touchline, and then Adams knocks it out for a throw. Seven minutes of action remain here at Logan High. 2-1 Grizzlies. Lots of frustration. They've been kept off the board a few times. And not by the Mustangs, but by the guys wearing green. Centering ball. Webster switches play to the near side. Taken by Pulsifer. Takes a bump. Stays with the ball. And then under-hits the pass. Popoka dispossessed from behind. Knocked away. Connor Murray has it. Quinn Pingree dropped it back to Zeke Taylor. Taylor makes a nice move up the middle. Just barely under-hit that to Pingree, but Jace came back and got it. Now Popoka cuts towards the middle from the near side. Across the top of the box, about 10 yards out, intercepted. Pingree gets ahead to that clearance attempt, and then Tana was getting held by both arms trying to get up to that ball. 6 minutes remaining in the second half.
Entering the game for the Logan Grizzlies, number 11, Jacob McAllister.
Sub on for the Grizzlies, number 11, Jacob McAllister. Looks like he is going to replace Giovanni Popoka. Chikamoto still fighting for that thing on the far side. Booted up the field by Mountain Crest. It leaks out just in front of midfield for another Logan throw. And a couple more Grizzly substitutions. Amperez back on the field. He'll replace Miles McNulty, who I believe is done for the game. Also coming off the field, Alexander Tena. Ozzie Fryer, the freshman, on the field now for the Grizzlies. Getting 5 minutes of varsity action here. Just could not catch up to that one on the touchline. It'll be a Mountain Crest throw deep in their defensive third. 4:44 to play. Working down that left side, gets over one for Jesse Bravo, but it's bodied down by Birch. Keeps it inside his attacking half, and Jesse Bravo's down behind the play on a knee. Looked like he just had to stretch out something in that lower body. He's back up and fine. Zeke Taylor, big left foot, trying to feed Fryer in on that far side of the box. It's headed away from him. Oh, great takeaway by Chikamoto. Now Chikamoto to the top of the 18, cuts back to the right foot, back to the left. Chikamoto through the middle, knocked down by Buist. Follow-up is sent to the moon. McAllister did not expect that thing to bounce as high as it did. Grizzlies still leading 3-1 with 3:43 to play, and a goal kick coming from Buist. Nico Dimitrikov back on as Jesse Bravo, a little shaken up, is going to step off for the remainder of this one. Chested down by the Mustangs, but taken away from behind on a beautiful pickpocket tackle from Chikamoto. He's going right back to the top of the 18. Left-footed shot, diving save, Buist. That'll go all the way out for a Logan throw, but they want that fourth goal with just over 3 to play. Amperez to take the throw. He'll leave it for Connor Murray. Murray, short throw. Gets it right back. Now trying to work it back for Pingree. It's taken away. Long pass down the right wing, cut out before it could get to Nico Dimitrikov. Great read by Austin Birch, who himself has quietly been having a great defensive showing. That whole back line for Logan's been phenomenal tonight. All the way to Felix. He'll let it roll into the 18 and scoop it up. No, he'll play it with the feet. 2.5 to play. Pretty commanding lead for the Grizzlies now. Felix will pick it up, 2:25 to play, and boot this one away before he gets told he's taking too much time. Over the head of Webster, he lets that fall. Sent back up. Tug from behind there. Good idea for McAllister to try and work his way from behind to win that ball. Didn't get away with the jersey pull. Daxton Grohl to take the free kick, the junior for the Mustangs. Under 2 to play. Long right foot to the top of the 18, takes a bounce. Off the hip of Murray, then the follow-up shot goes up through the goal post again. A nice 21-yard field goal. 100 seconds remaining in this match. Felix going to take his sweet time getting this goal kick away. Now down to 90 seconds. Instead it'll be, I think, Murray to take it. Pingree off the head. Found a Mustang initially, but took a heavy bounce. Still fighting for it in front of midfield. Webster down that left side. Dangerous pass. Baldwin trying to work across. Great standing tackle on the far side from Adams, and that sent in towards Felix. He punches it all the way out of the 18. McAllister heads it away. Great left foot over the top. Takes a heavy bounce right at the touchline for Chikamoto. Keeps it on with the forehead, or keeps it in with the forehead, but it's recovered by Hunt and sent back to his keeper. Buist, his pass ends up with Jace Pingree. Moving to his left, Pingree long shot/pass, and Pingree went down kind of hard. They'll stop the clock with 40 seconds remaining in this one. And we've got a Mustang down behind the Logan goal. Never rejoined the play, and I think they're going to have to get the trainers out. The trainers are looking at him behind the end line. He's out of play, but the Mustangs will make a substitution now. So he is out of the field of play, and hope he's okay. It looks like it just might be cramping. They're stretching out that lower body. I can't quite see a number now. Pingree knocks down that clearance attempt off the drop ball. Now headed off to the left side. Mustangs might have one more break left in them. It's going to run out on the far side. And I think this is going to end up being a Mustang corner. But there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. No, it's a Mustang throw in front of the corner flag. They try and get this into the box. It bounces around. It's cleared off the line, and Logan is going to win this game 3-1. Really should have been 6-1, but that's all over and done with now, and Coach Natalie Norris is not going to have nearly as many questions for the officiating staff than she would if they hadn't won this game. But 3-1 your final score for the Grizzlies. They improve to 3-8 on the season, 3-3 in Region 11, and solidify themselves right in the middle of that region table for now. Still early in region play. We've got about a month and a half left of action before we get to the tournaments down south in mid to late May. Now time to move on to our Young Toyota and Young Honda postgame. We'll keep it brief here on KVNU this evening. First, we want to talk about the Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. Napa has the parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best. Locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence. It's got to be the overhead kick from Pingree just about 10 minutes into this game. His first of 2 tonight. Excellent, excellent play. Crazy display of body control for Pingree, especially for a 5'6" sophomore in the box against, upperclassmen with several inches on him. The Pingrees are phenomenal athletes, and with Quinn Pingree out there, his freshman younger brother, I'm excited to see what they can do for this Logan soccer team and the Logan football team. All of that. The Pingrees, phenomenal athletes. Jace, I've been watching him play football the last couple years as well. Easily our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game tonight. Going through our game summary brought to you by Cache Valley Auto Care. Car problems, trust Cache Valley Auto Care for expert service backed by excellent online reviews and customer satisfaction. You can find coupons on their website. It was Pingree with that overhead kick, 9 minutes 40 seconds into this one to make it 1-0 Logan. And then 19 minutes and 57 seconds into the game, Jesse Bravo tied us up at 1. A couple no-called penalties after that. Grizzlies really got frustrated going into halftime. Coach Natalie Norris very unhappy with the explanation she was given by the officiating staff. And now she's out there having discussions with them still at the midfield logo. She's very unhappy with what was going on tonight, and I've got to agree with her. That was one of the worst officiated games I've ever seen, and I've been calling soccer for 6 years. Just unbelievable stuff. Anyway, after halftime, it was Miles McNulty that came out, made it 2-1 Logan just under 5 minutes into the second half. And then Pingree notched his second to make it 3-1 at 68-54. That was all she wrote for this one. Again, the Grizzlies improved to 3-3 in region. Mountain Crest falling to 2-2 in region. Next up for the Mustangs, they'll head back to Hiram on Thursday night to host Ridgeline. It'll be a 3-game homestand. Ridgeline on Thursday night, Green Canyon Monday, April 14th at 7 p.m., and then they'll host Westfield Thursday the 17th at 7. For the Grizzlies, next on the schedule for Logan, Thursday night, they will be... Oh, no, they'll have Thursday off, actually. It's going to be next Tuesday that they're back in action because of that Tuesday spring break game against Skyview. They've got the bye. It'll be Tuesday night, April 15th at Bear River, just across the hills over in Wellsville. They'll be back home on Thursday, April 17th to host Green Canyon at 7. And that is just about going to do it for us from Logan High. A big thank you to everyone back at CashValleyDaily.com for allowing us to cover all of these Region 11 spring sports events. This has been Region 11 Soccer on 102.1 FM and 610 AM KVNU. Brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on CVD, including photo galleries and replays of local sports like tonight's match. Another big thank you as well to Young Toyota and Young Honda for the post-game coverage. And a big thank you to Adams Wealth Advisors for powering our video streaming experience on CashValleyDaily.com and on YouTube. I'm Stockton Jukes. Thanking you so much for tuning in here on KVNU and Cache Valley Daily. We will see you again on Thursday night. We will be up at Skyview for a boys volleyball game between Green Canyon and the Bobcats, 6:30 p.m., your first serve. Looking forward to seeing you on 106.9 The Fan. Until then, I'm Stockton Jukes. Have a great night, Cache Valley. The Grizzlies win it 3-1 here at home against the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
Every time we showing up, get it while I'm living. All I ever hear is the clock tick, tick, tick. So I'm about my business and I'm running with it now. They don't want to give it up, we gon' make it out.
This has been a presentation of Region 11 Spring Sports on 107.7 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Region 11 Sports has been brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and the Cache Valley Media Group, covering the Skyview Bobcats, Green Canyon Wolves, Logan Grizzlies, Bear River Bears, Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Mountain Crest Mustangs. Watch replays of previous games on CashValleyDaily.com.